Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Battles. This is the series where I put two roller coasters head to head across 4 rounds to decide which one comes out on top. Today's battle is one of the biggest yet, Hyperia vs Stealth. On one side we have the UK's tallest coaster, Hyperia, and on the other the UK's fastest accelerating coaster, Stealth. They're both record breakers, they're both fan favourites, but today only one can be crowned the winner. The 4 rounds of this episode are height and speed, layout, queue line and re-rideability. With that said, let's get straight to round 1. In round 1, we'll kick things off with height and speed. Stealth is an absolute icon. It launches riders from 0 to 80 mph in just 1.8 seconds. Even after all of these years, it's still one of the most intense launches you'll find anywhere. It also reaches an impressive height of 205 feet, making it one of the tallest coasters in the UK. But then there's Hyperia. Standing at an incredible 236 feet, Hyperia officially became the UK's tallest roller coaster when it opened. Not only that, but it also reaches 81 mph, making it just 1 mph faster than Stealth. Now let's be honest, the speed difference is tiny, but most people probably wouldn't even notice that extra mile an hour. But when you're comparing the stats, Hyperia takes both for the height and the speed records, so for that reason, round 1 goes to Hyperia. Round 2 is the layout. Stealth's layout is incredibly simple, but that's also what makes it so memorable. You launch out of the station, climb the huge top hat, twist back down and race over the airtime hill before hitting the brakes. It's short, it's sweet, and it's all about the insane burst of adrenaline. However, Hyperia offers so much more. After climbing the massive lift hill, you're thrown down onto one of the biggest drops in Europe, before flying through wave turns, huge airtime moments and fast-paced elements that keep the ride exciting from start to finish. The pacing is fantastic and every element feels like it has a purpose. As good as Stealth's layout is, Hyperia simply offers longer, more complete experience. So round 2 also goes to Hyperia. Now for round 3, we have the queue line. Hyperia's queue is good. It gives you some great views of the ride and watching trains slowly climb the lift hill before disappearing over the edge. It definitely builds the anticipation. But Stealth's queue is on another level, standing only a few meters away as the train explodes from 0 to 80 mph in a second. It's something you never really get used to. You hear the countdown and then blam, the train is gone before you can even blink. It creates an atmosphere that is hard to beat. So for me, Stealth has one of the best queue line experiences in the UK. So round 3 goes to Stealth. Now round 4, for re-rideability, it's definitely the hardest one to decide. Stealth is one of those rides where as soon as you get off, you want to jump straight back in the queue. The launch never gets old, and every ride gives you that same adrenaline rush. But for me, Hyperia has just a little bit more. The longer layout, the constant airtime, and the variety throughout the ride makes it one I could happily ride over and over again without getting bored. Every ride feels exciting, and because that, there's always that time that makes me want to ride again and again and again. So after a lot of thought, round 4 does indeed go to Hyperia. And that means the winner of today's coaster battles is Hyperia. With the final score of 3-1, Hyperia takes the victory. Stealth is still one of the greatest roller coasters in the UK, and honestly my favourite. Its launch is absolutely legendary, its queue line builds incredible anticipation, and its ride that never fails that gets your heart racing. I had no idea what I said there, but oh well. However, Hyperia just feels like the more complete package. It's taller, slightly faster, and it has longer and more varied layout. And for me, it's the coaster I'd choose to ride again and again and again. So my winner today is Hyperia, but that's just my opinion. Do you agree with today's results, or do you think Stealth should have won? Let me know your verdict down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this episode of Coaster Battles, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next battle.